Day 4 of curing bipolar disorder 1 with a keto diet and other behavioral changes. So yesterday, something very interesting happened where I went to a late yoga class with some friends, a class that started at 8:30, ended at 9:30, and then we hang out. It takes a few minutes to wrap up the mat, clean up, talk to the friends. Then I go to the grocery store with my buddy, and I don't get home until like 10:30. Now, I'm telling you, every single time that I've gone to a late yoga class like that, it always takes me a long time to wind down. And for maybe the first time ever, I came home, I took a shower. I think I had like a spoonful of honey, maybe a teaspoon of honey, and I had some water, and then I went to bed. I prayed. I lit some like sage, had the lights low, took my dog to the bathroom. I prayed, and like I lit a Palo Santo in my bedroom, and I did a sound bowl on my head. And I fell asleep, and it was at like 10:30. It has been so long since I've been able to do something like that where I get home, I like shower and brush my teeth, and then I go to bed without distracting myself on a computer, without eating a bunch, without doing all these like destructive things. And like sleep is the focus right now. So that's the behavioral change I'm focusing on. And I slept through the night, and I woke up at 7:30. And maybe I woke up once, but like I didn't like have to wake up and pee, and I wasn't like shifting the sleep. I did take another nap this afternoon for maybe 20 minutes, but that was a first for as long as I can remember since because I remember in grad school, I would I'd have classes that would end at 10, and then I'd go home and I'd like eat dinner and maybe watch one episode of a TV show. But I was diligent as like dinner, one episode of a show, and then in bed, because I had a mission to accomplish and I had a purpose. And that's how I felt today. I was like, I can't. That's how I felt last night, because I knew that I couldn't stay up later and accomplish this mission of trying to solve this. I was going to say on my own, but I don't think it has to be on my own. But solve this with something that's not pills. And I mean, everybody that I've talked to continuously, I open up about it with people, and everybody is like, dude, you're on the right path. My dad, I even talked to my dad about it, and he says to give it a shot. And I think my next step is to find a metabolic psychiatrist, which is kind of a new field of study. But yeah, I need somebody to help me understand blood work and to like go on this path with me. I'll do it on my own if I have to, but I prefer not to. I know I'm not going to be on my own socially and familially, but I would prefer not to be on my own professionally, medically. Yeah, so if I had to rate the last 24 hours on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I wish every single day was like this, and 0 being I can't live like this anymore, it's been a 7.4, which might be the exact same score as yesterday as well. But, there was this feeling each of these last few days as I've been taking a more conscious effort with my sleep. There's been this easing in my stomach of this anxious feeling, and this feeling like, oh, I'm not going to be okay. A lot of it is triggered by work. A lot of it is triggered by like financial stress, this kind of stuff. But I felt that a little bit less this morning when I'm taking my dog for a walk. Just this kind of, the other day there was an eclipse in my part of the country, and there was a bunch of clouds. And then when the eclipse went into totality, it was in some places around here, there was like the clouds opened up just for a brief moment so you could see totality, and then the clouds came in again. And it's like in this anxious feeling, there's these teeny little slivers of light between the clouds that I'm seeing, and I'm going to continue going on this path. And even last night, I felt myself, I remember a couple of weeks, weeks ago, I was playing pickleball with my buddy, and I just felt so dejected. I was stressed about work. I was in salary negotiations, all this stuff, and I couldn't have fun because I was so stressed and anxious. And then last night, I was at yoga with my friends, and I just felt locked in. I felt present and happy, and I felt flirtatious, and I felt strong, and I felt energetic, and I felt confident that it wasn't going to cost me the next day, because I felt confident that I was going to be able to go home and go to sleep at a reasonable hour, which, I don't know, is big. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.